All right, thanks for tuning into this weather update forecast video. Just want to talk about the storm coming up this weekend and exactly what's going to occur here. Let's go on over. We take a look. This is the current visible satellite here. You can see here's this big system off to the east here, and my pin isn't working, but you can see this big system out here off to the east. That's what's brought us quite a bit of snow here across central Indiana. In fact, more than we've even forecasted across the majority of the area. Going on over, here's the bigger picture. You can see radar. There's still some snow left in Indiana. Here's the big conglomeration of precipitation that stretches all the way from the Gulf of Mexico through Florida up the East Coast, and is bringing some very heavy snows up here across places like New York, Pennsylvania, places like that. If we zoom in a little closer, the snow is starting to move off. This is starting to move out kind of to the south-southeast and southeast right now. Still getting snow in Franklin, Connorsville, Martinsville, Bloomington, down towards Seymour, Columbus, but that is moving out and will probably really start to fade out quickly here within the next several hours. Going on over, as far as any kind of watches and warnings, we are under that winter storm or winter weather advisory until 7 p.m. and you can see the winter storm warnings that are in effect up across the Northeast. All right, let's go on over. This is kind of the big kahuna, if you will. This is the storm we're watching very closely for the weekend. And you can see this is as we get into tomorrow evening about 7 p.m. Here's the storm. This is the big one coming up off the Pac Northwest coast out of Canada, starting to develop. This is the 500 millibar, which is mid-levels of the atmosphere, kind of taking a look at the overall weather pattern. As we get into Saturday, here's a big trough starting to dip in the west central portions of the country, right over the Rockies. And as we get into Sunday, this trough really starts to accelerate out of the Rockies. You can see all this. This is what we call vorticity. It's really lifting and stretching of the air, and we're seeing what we can call positive vorticity advection moving towards Indiana, really showing that this storm's starting to strengthen. And that anytime you see that kind of vorticity with a winter weather system or any kind of system, but really a winter weather system, that's a good chance you're going to get some heavy precip. Severe weather-wise, that would be a good severe weather maker, but in this instance, it's a big-time snow maker when you have any kind of 500 millibar vorticity maximum like that heading your way. We switch on over, we go into Monday. Here's the big trough digging in now off to kind of a positive to, or I'm sorry, neutral, maybe a slightly negative tilt here, but this big almost bowling ball trough dipping in here with a ridge out to the west. This storm system moving off to the north and to the east. And if we go quickly over to the actual precipitation and surface pressure model here. This is all from the European model. This is kind of our system we're watching out to the northwest here as we get into tomorrow evening, and then as we get into Saturday, we're starting to see some cyclogenesis starting to occur right around the Rockies. We can start to see snow starting to fall in places like Hays, Kansas, over towards Denver and central Colorado. Then watch this thing really start to develop very rapidly as we get into Sunday, and you can see your snow line going down south, almost down towards Louisville, Cincinnati, places back up from basically Fort Wayne over towards Gary, back into southern Illinois, Indianapolis, and south towards Louisville. Very heavy snow band setting up on the northwest side of this low pressure system, and the question is going to be, how strong does this get? How fast are the winds going to get? And exactly how much snow are we going to get out of this thing? And then as we, excuse me, the microphone fell down. As we get into Monday, you can see this low really bombs out at 968 millibar low. That's a very, very impressive low. And it moves off to the north and to the east. Your forecast snow totals really anywhere from 6 to 7 inches. From southern Indiana. The heart of this storm could see up to a foot, maybe a little bit more. The big thing is we're looking at this at this map is at a 10-to-1 ratio, meaning you get 10 inches of snow for 1 inch of rain. Well, as you get lower with temperatures, as I'm sure you've all heard, it's going to be very, very cold next week, brutal cold. As the temperatures get lower, your ratios go up, and to the point where you can get 30, 40, 50, 1 inch ratios. And I think there's going to be a chance we could see a pretty high ratio with this as we get a little later on into the storm when the heavy stuff does move through. That was the European snowfall. Here's the Canadian, the gym model snowfall, you can see bringing that heavy snow swath, pretty much the same area as the Euro. And then, of course, the big story is going to be behind this, just brutal cold. We're talking as we get into the daytime hours. On Monday, we could still be below zero as temperatures will tumble quickly Monday morning, Sunday night into Monday morning. And then again on Tuesday, there you go, still struggling to make it into the single digits once again on Tuesday. I tell you what, it's going to be a rough weekend and a rough start into mid next week as heavy snow and very cold temperatures move in. Brutal cold, maybe the coldest air we've seen in quite some time, maybe 20 to 30 years here. Here's your heavy snow possibility. Still too early to nail down exactly who's going to get how much, but we do have that heavy snow possibility for pretty much the entire state. Hopefully we'll have a updated snowfall map either late tonight or tomorrow. That's really all I have then for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great weekend and stay safe.